Hello everybody, my name is Dakota, also known as Stellar Dakota, here on YouTube. I do filmmaking and I also play video games online. So I am here to give you my honest review of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I know, this is a very interesting thing because everybody's been waiting on this movie for such a long time, high expectations. So last night, Alexis, myself, and Trayton, we all went to go watch it at a nice lovely little fun barn. And right off the bat, we actually got there 2 hours early, roughly, and the line just went all the way. It was incredibly long line. So, me being me, I'm like, okay, well, let's figure something out. I got some tickets online, just sitting right there, and then I walked right up. I'm like, okay, none of these other people had theirs online. They're just waiting to go in, so you know what? Okay. So, yes, we were the first people into the theater, but second people to sit down because we stopped and got popcorn. Well, this theater, let me tell you, when I say it was packed, it ended up getting absolutely packed. Like, almost every single seat was taken. It was enough that employee was going up and down the aisle auctioning off seats, like, okay, scooch down this way, scooch down this way, etc. So yeah, that happened. We ended up getting popcorn. We got a really nice seat, actually. We got one of the best seats in the house, if not the very best seat. So as people are pouring in, you can very vaguely hear just echoing through the crowd from different people doing it, and also some jackwagon in the front row that had a Bluetooth speaker just playing sound effects, which I thought was actually kind of cool because it was a very nice quality. It wasn't just a cheap sound speaker, it was very high quality. And let's be honest, he ended up playing the FNAF theme song at some point, just like very faintly, and it really set the mood in the crowd, and I really think that they should have done that just the entire time before the movie started, but you know, they didn't. So, okay, moving on to the movie. There's a lot of kids there. Yeah, lots of excited kids. But the movie now, it was interesting. I mean, it plays by what's-his-name from Bridge of Terabithia, also in the Hunger Games, as the main character, and then you got Vanessa, and I'm just going to flat out tell you there's going to be spoilers. Absolutely. Storyline-wise, they were actually incredibly spot on. Like, they weren't far off at all, and it was impressive. There was a couple different cameos in there, like Matt Pat, for instance, you know, and that's just a theory. Got to say his line. And they also had Corey Kenshin, which I'm not too big of a Corey fan myself. I don't really watch Corey, so I can't say I don't like him, but I don't really watch him, so I don't know. But it was cool that he got in there, too. So there was two different big cameos that was pretty awesome. And unfortunately, Mark was not there. What a shame. They could have just had him sitting in the crowd somewhere the day he was there. But that's okay. So, yeah, the movie was playing through. It had its ups and downs. I mean, I think if you've played the FNAF games and you were very much expecting jump scare left and right. However, I think the movie literally only had 2 jump scares, maybe 3, if you're lucky. Which I'm not saying that's a bad thing. They stuck to the story very much. And I think that the second movie, which they wrote it in to have a second movie. If you don't know that, then they're definitely going to at some point in time. Even though it's doing awful review-wise, I mean, box office-wise, it is not. And I guarantee they'll be making another one because it wasn't made for people, it was made for the fan base, right? It was good. I mean, overall, I enjoyed it. It had its ups and downs. There's a couple moments where it was like, what is this? Is this a kid's movie now? And then moments like, wow, this is not a kid's movie. It was good. Admittedly, I think that I liked every bit of it. I mean, they could have done a couple things different. It wasn't really a horror movie. It definitely wasn't a horror movie at all. Maybe more of like a psychological horror, but even then, that's hard to pull off properly. But it was good. I like how they tied in Vanessa and just how they pretty much William Afton as well. Like, that was freaking awesome. And I will tell you, spoiler alert, if you've seen it, you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, you haven't seen it. During William's big reveal as Springtrap, it was pretty awesome. I mean, Shaggy went from fucking hunting monsters to becoming a monster. It was great. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I recommend checking it out. Definitely go watch it. I mean, like, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I really enjoyed it. I think that we all enjoyed it. And it tied in a lot of different lore, which, you know, for putting that all in one movie, they did a great job at that. I mean, introducing, you know, the security guard as its own character now. And then he had a daughter, Jesus. He had a sister, little sister, not daughter. It was just interesting how they went about that and how they tied it all together. And I loved that Afton had a final line, like, I always come back, you know, like, it was just interesting because, like, from that transition from him to, like, Springtrap, I don't know. I think it'd be pretty cool. And they did have Golden Freddy in there, too. A lot of people didn't really notice that, which I was kind of shocked, like, do they just think this is a regular Freddy or something? No, they actually had, like, Golden Freddy in there, like, 3 times. Like, he had his own little scene play out, right? Golden Freddy. And then that was it. Then it was back to regular Freddy. I'm holding the lav because I'm just leaning back further, and I didn't want to use this mic. That's pretty much it. That's my review. I would give it a nice 8 out of 10. I would give it a 10 out of 10, but there's some things I just didn't care for. But it was worth it. I mean, the cinematography, on a technical standpoint, because you know I like doing my technicals with this, the cinematography was beautiful. I loved how they shot it. I love how they went about it. I mean, the animatronics were, they looked a little wonky, I'm not gonna lie. It could just be because they're transferring from how they looked into a game to in a movie, which they had it spot on. Don't get me wrong, they were spot on. But it was a little wonky at first looking at it, and then I guess as you go through it, it just kind of like eases in and it's like, okay. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the storytelling. I loved the cinematography. I adored the lighting. I liked how they went about certain things. And oddly enough, it's like they stuck to the story very, very well. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Yeah, if you like what you see, like, subscribe. A lot of new videos coming soon. I just haven't had the time. I have vacation days at work that I've requested certain days. Like, I'm going to try and get every Monday off in November so I can try to get some work done, like a lot of work. Because, you know, if we can get a full-length movie done by the end of the year, then we would hit one of our major goals this year. We're almost to, 5,000 subscribers, which is crazy, absolutely crazy. So I definitely thank you guys for that. It's been a big thing. I mean, we're going to try and do more videos very soon, maybe some streams. I absolutely want to do a couple streams. I mean, I miss doing them. I miss talking to everybody. We have to, God, there's so much that we have to do. I just haven't had the time, and there's so much going on that I just try not to get overwhelmed. But I'm going to have, again, I know I've said this off and on, but I'll have a very big announcement very soon once I can publicly announce it, what's going on. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you see, like, subscribe, and yeah, you enjoy the rest of your day and night, whoever it might be. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.